This story is based on a real-life incident. She was found in her car slumped over the steering wheel, doors locked from the inside, windows rolled up, key still in the ignition, and the engine long dead on a fog-covered service road just outside of Ledgeview, Vermont at 6:27 a.m. on the frozen morning of February 11, 2022. Discovered by a county road worker named Gerald Marsh, who initially thought the silver Honda Key RV had simply broken down, until he tapped on the driver's window and saw the unmoving silhouette inside, her hair cascading over her face, the frost crawling thickly across the windshield from the inside out, which made no sense, as if the cold had come from within, rather than crept in from without. And when police arrived 15 minutes later, they found the vehicle still locked tight with no forced entry, no tampering, no signs of trauma, and yet the woman 33-year-old Emily Harrow was confirmed. Dead, eyes open, expression unreadable, mouth frozen halfway open as though she had been trying to speak her final word, though no sound ever escaped. And what made the scene even more unnerving was that the car had clearly been stationary for hours, the snow around it undisturbed, with not a single footprint leading toward it or away, and the forensic report later confirmed that the interior temperature of the car was somehow 10 degrees colder than the outside air when it was first opened, an impossibility that was never explained. Emily had been reported missing 31 hours earlier after leaving her night shift at a call center 20 miles north, telling coworkers she planned to take the shortcut home through Route 9, a winding path through dense pine forest known for poor reception and frequent fog, where vehicles often lost GPS for long stretches. And her fiancé, Lucas, began to worry when she hadn't responded to his texts by 1 a.m., triggering a frantic search involving drones, highway patrol, and search dogs, all of which turned up nothing until Gerald's eerie discovery the following morning. The car's black box indicated it had stopped moving at 12:47 a.m., but the headlights remained on until 4:03 a.m., and strange anomalies were found in the vehicle's onboard computer errors in the data log at exactly 2:13 a.m., which recorded all 4 doors locking simultaneously despite the car not being equipped with automatic interior locking, and the sound of soft tapping 12 consecutive knocks picked up by the internal mic, even though no one had approached the vehicle. According to nearby traffic cams and weather drones, even more bizarre was the dashcam footage recovered from Emily's windshield-mounted camera, which began normally, capturing the snowy road, her quiet humming to the radio, and several passing deer, until just after 12:36 a.m. when the camera glitched for 4 seconds, then resumed with no sign of what had caused the interruption, but Emily's demeanor had changed. She was no longer humming. Her eyes darted to the rearview mirror repeatedly, and she began muttering something under her breath, though the audio was too distorted to decipher, and the last footage showed her pulling over, staring into the rearview, whispering the phrase, "He's getting closer," then leaning forward suddenly toward the windshield with a gasp, and the camera cut to static. The autopsy revealed no signs of blunt trauma, numbered drugs, no poisons, no organ failure, no hypothermia, nothing that could conclusively explain death, though her brain activity monitor, which was implanted from a previous sleep study and sensed to her phone, showed a massive spike in neurological firing at exactly 2:14 a.m., consistent with the brain's response to intense fear or pain, followed by immediate and total cessation of activity, as if her brain had shut down in a single instant, a phenomenon almost unheard of in healthy adults. Strange reports began surfacing in the days that followed, locals speaking of shadowy figures spotted near their cars late at night on Route 9, of waking to find frost on the inside of their windows even in mild weather, of their radios briefly tuning to a station that repeated the phrase, "He always finds the quiet ones," in a soft female voice before cutting to white noise and one driver, who chose to remain anonymous, reported seeing a woman resembling Emily standing alone on the road at dusk, staring up at the trees, her lips moving but no sound escaping, before she vanished into the fog. Technicians analyzing Emily's phone data found that her device had recorded a 17-second audio clip at 2:12 a.m., but it was stored in a hidden system partition not accessible by normal users, and when decrypted, it revealed a low, rhythmic knocking, followed by a breathy male voice whispering, "You should have kept driving," 3 times before the file ended with a screeching feedback loop that corrupted the technician's laptop entirely. The case was closed quietly, labeled as sudden cardiac arrest under undetermined conditions, though internal memos between law enforcement and federal cybercrime analysts suggested deeper concern, referencing a cluster of unexplained deaths in locked vehicles with similar anomalies across 5 different states, each involving a person driving alone through rural areas, each reporting strange frost patterns, and each found dead with the doors locked and no cause of death. The FBI issued no public statement, but the lead investigator, who retired shortly after, was quoted in a private interview saying, "Whatever killed her wasn't in the car, it was watching from outside, and she knew it before it happened." And since that incident, Route 9 has become a road of whispered warnings, where drivers roll their windows down slightly and never stop for anyone or anything they see on the shoulder after midnight, because they say if you do, you might hear tapping 12 soft knocks from something that isn't there, and when you do, you better not look up into the mirror, because if you see her standing behind you, it's already too late.